Ilya? We're in the middle of a show.
I'm here. Sorry.
What are you doing?
You made me some tea. You know what's weird? Is that usually when you offer somebody something like it's already ready, but you have to actually go make it.
I think you have to. If someone wants tea, it's not expected that it's going to be ready
man,
when
it's
you
all
walk
good
in.
that you didn't have it ready.
It's just hot water and you put it in a tea bag.
Yeah, but they didn't have hot water. First of all, it's not even my house. Okay, I was offering. I was offering our guests something that I hoped you had here, but that's okay.
I don't drink tea.
Were you hoping that I wasn't going to answer tea?
I was really hoping you were going to be like, no, that's okay. Water's fine.
Right.
Considering you had water and a protein shake, I didn't know you were going to need a third beverage to sit down for 20 minutes and talk to your friends.
Yeah.
He's a handful.
You put it in an adorable mug.
Yeah, there was a few different mugs out there, and a few of them were going to cause controversy, so I only brought this one in here.
What does
What
your mug
were the
say?
ones that were
There was number one at sex, rad
Bro,
dad.
you should have brought those.
I know.
I definitely don't have the fattest ass. I'll tell you that.
With coolest
Yeah, you
boobs
don't.
here.
Coolest boobs, yeah.
Okay, I have to say something.
Yep.
It's since the moment Joe has walked in, it's like he's been holding on to this secret. Like there's something on your mind. You're not yourself today.
I shaved my beard and I'm not confident, and I realized that after I shaved my beard.
Wait, why aren't you confident?
Why?
Because I
You
like
look
having
great.
I like having a shadow. You have a shadow. You have a shadow. You don't have
Yeah,
a shadow.
that's because we're strong and.
Excuse you? Because I don't have a beard, I'm not strong. I can't grow one.
No, you have a beard. I mean, it's invisible,
You
but
get some stubble.
So you're
Oh, so
self-conscious
now you guys
because
are on. No, now look at them. They just
No,
joined
we're-
forces now.
Yeah,
No.
now we're on the same team.
You guys really know how to take something and make it unprofessional.
Yeah, that's our
yeah,
thing.
that's what we do.
I feel like you have something up your sleeve though.
I don't.
He's not even wearing sleeves.
Yeah, I'm literally a t-shirt.
Up your pant leg.
No, I'm not wearing pants.
With Matt King and Mike Sheffer.
Joe
You're not
does
wearing-
always have like a mischievous smile when he walks in here, right?
Yes. That's why I feel like something's happening. But you know what he is smirking about? Is that he turned my chip and salsa bowl into a trash can.
Joe!
Wow, yeah, he does that.
How could you? But guys, thank you so much for coming back to Hoot and a Half. That was pretty close.
I know.
Well, Mike tried to fucking make out with me the other day.
No, he absolutely
you were
didn't.
drunk and you were like fucking it's okay though. Dude, these mics are so cool. We should have these on our podcast.
We'll just take them.
No. Mike and I were so happy about that compliment. And we were like, no, because you would steal them.
I actually did bring the microphones that they have on Lightweights just for comparison.
Oh yeah, fuck those
This,
microphones.
for those of you who listen to Lightweights, this is what they give their guests. It weighs about 900 pounds.
Did you bring
It's-
us to embarrass us?
Yeah. This is a competition of
This is a
lightweights
bitch.
versus.
Is this also sure?
Yeah, they're both the same company.
That looks like you work for the CIA in like the 70s and you're like tapping in on like some hidden conversations.
dude.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels good to hold.
That's how we
it feels
do
like a
things.
dick. That's why you like it.
No,
Okay.
that's not true.
Are you kidding?
What, you like some a little phallic?
He does, yeah.
Let's go back to kissing. So Mike tried to kiss Ilya last night.
I don't think I tried
Two
to
nights
kiss
ago.
Ilya. I think like Ilya gives me the eyes and then leans in, so I'm not going to not lean in.
Right.
And, you know,
Wait, what are the eyes for you? Like, what do you describe as eyes when,
When you-
a, girl,
when
when
you
a
do-
girl is giving you eyes?
no,
what does that mean?
it's different. When you look at me and you go like this,
right.
that's like kind of, you know, what am I? I'm gonna pull away. No, I'll play the game with you. I'll play chicken.
Oh, dope. I mean, there's not much chicken because I don't give a fuck. So like,
Is this when you guys were in the hot tub or out of the hot tub last
this is
night?
when we were in my room and my under my sheets.
Clearly, you and Mike have like had some history with kissing each other.
You
and-
guys have kissed before?
Yeah,
I feel like
definitely.
we have, yeah.
Like multiple times. Same with me and Zane.
Not
Zane
like
and-
make
Zane
out,
and I-
but like, you know.
Zane and I have like fucking full mode, like tongue, like down the throat. Have
Okay,
made out
that's-
when we
wait,
were drunk.
really?
When we were
Really?
drunk. Yeah.
Making out.
Yes.
for,
like
for the camera,
No camera, right?
both. Definitely both.
tongue down
Yes,
the
but
throat.
when we would do it, we would always think the camera's on, so it would never just be like because we wanted to. You know?
Okay.
But
But
yeah.
you know what? No judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. We're just here to listen
Nothing
to the
wrong.
stories.
Yeah.
But have you and Joe kissed?
No.
No, never.
Why'd you say it like that?
What do you mean?
You're like, no.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
Okay.
We haven't.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
Wait, was there a kiss that he forgot about and you remembered?
No.
That's what you sound like right now. You sound like you're
you do sound
upset.
like, you sound like you're upset.
Like he missed an anniversary or something.
No.
Oh, I have a question for you guys. How has the billboard been doing?
Awful.
Is it still up?
I think it is. I got a tweet the other day. Someone driving by it.
And how much are you paying a week for it?
Well, no, altogether, I think it was like $4,000
For how long?
for the month.
So
But-
you lied.
but
You said
it
it
is-
was $10,000 on social media?
Wait, what?
I said that, or he said
Or
that?
you commented $10,000 down the drain
When did I say that?
on the caption of one of the photos of you guys with the billboard.
Oh.
So you're a liar
No, I think it was 2,500.
and you're losing your memory. Where is the billboard?
Isn't it on the street? Is like a famous street, but it's just in another town.
No.
No.
My caption on my Instagram says the contract said it was supposed to be on Hollywood Boulevard. That was a joke, obviously.
Oh.
It's so I don't know. It's on like a highway, and on this highway for 10 miles going both ways, there's only 4 billboards, and one of them is ours.
Uh-oh.
Oh God!
Boy,
There it is.
There's some
There
ass.
it is.
Yep.
Todd just
Oh!
ran.
Yeah, baby.
Todd just ran around to the other side and he just mooned us.
That's the
He
third
put his
time.
bare ass to the glass.
That's the third time he's done that.
Really?
Yeah. Every episode we've done in this room, he comes in and does that, and sometimes I cut it out because you can kind of see his butt cheeks
Dude, you guys
in the
should-
reflection of one of those mirrors.
You guys
What?
should put a hidden camera like somewhere over there
so we can
and
see his
capture
butt.
Oh, the butt cam.
it. Butt cam.
Butt cam.
That's really funny.
That's a really good idea.
And don't tell him that you're doing it.
No, it's like we're at a zoo or something.
It was
He's
like,
just like
I felt like a monkey ran
it's
over.
like the orangutan just shows up.
like an exhibit or whatever. Like,
We need to have like a sign that like
Don't feed the Todd.
yeah, has like scientific Latin name. So the billboard hasn't brought in a lot of business.
No. So the way that our billboard is placed, the sun rarely hits it. So it's a very dark billboard, and you have to be staring at it to really see what it says.
Oh wow.
And I think that's why we got such a good deal on it.
so people understand the reason that we do these, I guess, outlandish things, and like we put a billboard in the middle of nowhere and we get a bench, isn't so people drive by and they go listen to the podcast. It's so we can post on social media about the outlandish thing that we did, right?
Right.
So the billboard itself isn't getting us attention, but the fact that we did something like this is getting us attention. Right?
Cool. But you're still spending money on it.
Correct.
Right, but it's like guerrilla advertising.
Okay.
You know.
So
Yeah, we send a gorilla out there, and then he goes up and puts it up.
is that what that means?
Yes.
I think it's spelled differently.
We did a bus ad. We did the same picture that we have on the billboard on the side of a bus. And what's funny is that we were supposed to kind of do the same thing. We were supposed to go there, take a photo of it, post it on social media, and we did. And we looked for the bus for probably 6 full hours. Like
One bus.
One bus. Yeah, it's on the whole side of the bus, just lightweights. I'll show you a photo after this
Yeah.
is done. And we couldn't find the fucking bus. And like I called the advertising agency, and they're like, "Yeah, this is the route." And we took the route, and apparently the route changes every other day or whatever. So I don't know. We couldn't find it.
We
but-
drove around Santa Monica for 6 hours trying to find this
Trying
bus.
to catch the
I'd
bus
have-
that's doing this route.
Yes, and then I'd have people sending me photos of this fucking bus.
Oh, so
Oh, so it exists.
people knew it was
yeah,
out there.
yes, but we just couldn't find it.
Oh,
Just-
bummer.
yeah,
so
it
wait,
was a
did you
bummer.
ever find it?
I got a message from someone saying they saw it, and I'm like, where? And they said Brentwood. So we were looking in the complete wrong town.
Oh man.
Are you guys going to start an advertising agency with all your experience?
I mean, maybe. It's
Yeah,
not a
it
terrible
sounds like
idea.
you guys are at the cutting edge of advertising with billboards and park benches and buses.
Oh! And at one of the bus benches, when I went to go see it,
Why'd you just hit him?
because I was so excited,
Okay.
when there was
Are you
a
okay?
I'm okay.
there was a bush behind the bench, and we see this guy like rocking back and forth, and we thought he was on drugs. And then a few minutes later, another guy gets out, and turns out they were fucking each other by our bench.
Oh no!
No, it's great. They saw our faces and they got horny.
That is kind of cute.
Yeah, it's romantic. We're bringing people together.
What's the most romantic thing the two of you guys have done together?
We took,
Parasailing?
no, we took a weekend away at Big Bear Mountain.
did do that.
Oh,
And-
just you two though.
Yeah, that was definitely the most romantic. And one of the nights.
Tell
we-
them about the private cooking class we did.
Oh yeah. We've done a lot of things together, but anyways, this Big Bear Mountain thing was definitely the most romantic. I mean, we got drunk one of the nights, just him and I for the podcast, obviously. Nothing weird happened after. But yeah, that was.
Joe is sweating right now. Bullets.
Because when you think about it, we've done a lot of romantic things together.
I feel like the most romantic thing we've done was like
Most romantic thing Matt and I have ever done. Oh,
Well, we had sex the other night.
But there's no romance. It's just physical.
Whenever before like last year, before all restaurants closed down, anytime Matt would go travel somewhere, we would go to this Mexican restaurant and have margaritas together before
What's
he
it
would.
called?
oh, we did. What was the name of that place?
It's closed down now. I think it's like Taqueria something.
Oh, the one right down there on Ventura.
Cactus Taqueria?
No, it's like right.
But no, you just wanted to go there because you had a crush on one of the waitresses.
No,
The hostess girl.
I
Remember
did-
you would talk about her every time. You're like, there's this girl and she just likes me. I'm like, she's just asking you how many people are in your party. She's not. That's part of her job is to talk to you.
No, we whenever you would travel to go to like Dallas, you go to
Yes.
New York, that would be our thing. It's like, oh, I'm flying out tomorrow. Let's go get margaritas and tacos, and we would do that.
Oh,
like,
that's fun.
It was like a little romantic, but
We
we
should do
never went
something
for
like
like
that.
ski chalets or après skis like you guys for.
That actually sounds kind of fun, though. I feel like we're like the boring couple hanging out with like the really entertaining couple and just being like, why don't we do that? We need to spice things up.
We just like doing a lot of stuff, and he's down to do everything. I'm down to do everything. So like when we did a private cooking class, that was just fun.
The way you just said, he's down to do everything. I'm down to do everything.
And
We
I
have
think,
fun.
Mike, you're down to do things, but you're like, but how much money is it
And
gonna
also,
be?
like I don't know, I like Saturdays at home,
Nah,
relaxing.
dude, Joe and I are fucking going wild.
Yeah,
on
you guys
Saturday,
are always
bro.
out doing stuff. Like Joe's, I feel like you're never home.
No, I like doing everything. At least once.
Yeah. Yeah,
we went snowboarding.
we went parasailing. We went skiing.
Now, those are the most romantic things you've done. What is the most craziest thing that you've done together?
When we redid David's perfume ad.
Oh, yes, y'all were shooting that outside in this backyard for like.
That was definitely the most fun thing I think that we've done, and the craziest because just how quick we had to get it done and how well it turned out. I feel like.
Didn't you rent out your own boat just
Yeah.
to get the shots of David on a boat?
Yeah.
That must have been kind of fun. I actually was kind of jealous when you guys were doing that.
It was privately funded by Ilya. He bought the boat for my video.
Wow.
But it was very fun. It was well worth it.
Yeah, it was well worth
How
it.
long did you rent the boat out for?
Like 6 hours. But that was
To
the
get
minimum.
what? 30 seconds of footage?
Yeah,
Not
Joe's not really,
even.
Joe's not really that good at
What's
pictures.
actually-
5 seconds of footage.
What's funny is that we actually went out on the boat the first day and it was a beautiful day, and all of a sudden, I swear to God, like fucking in a movie out of nowhere, just mist everywhere, clouds. Now we're like, fuck, we can't get the shot.
Just like fog everywhere. You can't
Okay,
see shit.
yeah.
Yeah. And we had
There's
to
a
come back
metaphor
the
for
next day. And we had to come back the next day. And we had to come back the next day and get the shot. But no, it was really fun.
I feel like you guys started this like fake friendship on the internet just to like piss everybody off. Like you wanted to piss David off by being best friends with him, and you wanted to piss like Todd off by being, I don't know, whatever you guys were doing.
Right.
And I feel like it started off as like a joke and then actually became real.
I
Would you say
completely
that that's
agree.
accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the intent was ever for it to be fake, right?
Or
Like,
piss anyone off. It was just
Yeah.
a joke.
Yeah, it was just a joke. I think that's the best way to describe it. But
But
yeah,
but now you guys are actually best friends?
yeah, I mean, I don't know about best friends. And Joe's like,
Like
yeah,
top 10.
yeah. Like top 3 for sure.
Yeah, top 10.
Who's your best friend then?
Scott from New Jersey.
Oh,
Wait, what?
shout out to Scott
Yeah.
from New Jersey. How often do you see Scott?
I don't see him, but we talk every day.
Oh, okay.
Every day.
Really?
Yeah, we call each other every day.
He's like, who?
Well-
Another man you've been talking to that I don't know?
Did you talk to him while we were in the cabin?
Did you?
Probably.
I'm just sitting outside your bedroom. Who was that?
Hope you guys are enjoying this conversation with the boys from Lightweights, Joe and Ilya. We'll be right back after a quick word from today's sponsor.
Mike, I have a lot of good things in my life. I got great friends. I have good times. I have an amazing podcast. But you know the one thing that I struggle with having?
Showering more?
No, time, Mike, time. I'm always running out of time. I have to, record this podcast. I have errands I have to run. I have to work out. A big thing comes down to time, and the time affects my meal planning game. I don't have enough energy to cook, and usually when I do order takeout, I end up feeling like crap. But all of this has changed for me since I've been using Daily Harvest. Daily Harvest delivers delicious food, all built on organic fruits and vegetables straight to your door. It literally takes minutes to prepare, and I never have to think twice if the food is good for me.
And Matt, Daily Harvest is ready when you are. Everything stays fresh in your freezer until you're ready to eat it, so you waste less food. Which basically means you don't need to overthink your meals with Daily Harvest.
You can have smoothies for breakfast, crisp flatbreads for lunch or dinner. They never use preservatives, added sugar, or artificial anything. And I have also been digging their almond milk, which is basically just made with almonds and a dash of sea salt. It's perfect, and I always use it when I'm making my smoothies after my workout.
Getting big and buff.
That's right, Mike. Big and buff and ready for the summer. And Daily Harvest has taken my meal planning game to the next level.
One thing that I love about Daily Harvest is that they're committed to minimizing their environmental impact. They're actually in the process right now of transitioning into 100% compostable, recyclable, plant-based fiber packaging. Eat good, feel good, do good.
Daily Harvest is undeniably delicious, clean food without the prep. So if you guys want to get started with Daily Harvest today, go to dailyharvest.com, enter the promo code HOOT for $25 off your first box with Daily Harvest.
One more time, that's dailyharvest.com. Use promo code HOOT for $25 off your first box. Go to dailyharvest.com and use promo code HOOT.
Save that time, save some money, and make amazing meals while you're at it with Daily Harvest.
Have you guys cried in front of each other?
No.
Never?
I mean, no.
How often do you guys cry in
Yeah,
front
how
of each other?
often
That it's a
do you
thing.
guys cry, period?
I think we've cried in front of each other at least once.
Why?
About what? Yeah.
I was crying about a girl.
Yeah,
You
he
too?
was.
On Matt's birthday.
I started diagnosing. Mike started seeing this girl, and she was kind of crazy, and I kind of like saw what kind of like mental issues she had, and I pointed it out to Mike, and then he started Googling it and realized that she was actually not the most stable person he should be with, and started crying, and I comforted him.
Were you drunk?
No, it was like 10 a.m.
Did you know this?
It was
girl?
like the day after we got back from Disneyland too for Matt's birthday. It was, and then
And then I cried the night before
Yep,
on
yep.
my birthday, coming back from Disneyland in tears.
Because you had so much fun.
No, it was just my birthday. And
Did you get lost at Disney?
I don't really know if I want to go into it that
you don't have
much.
to. That's okay.
Wait,
But I
did you-
cried on my birthday.
Did you know
feel
this
like-
girl?
Yeah, I was seeing her. It was a girl I was seeing when I lived in
For
New
how
York.
long?
Like 4 months.
But you guys,
You guys have never cried in front of each other?
Fuck no.
I mean, it takes a lot for me to fucking cry, like a lot, and I don't mean that because like I'm like fucking tough or whatever. I just like I don't know. I like think things through a lot before I cry. You know.
okay.
Like
It's like
I-
to see if is this worth crying over? Are you talk like what do you mean? You thinking things over before
Like,
you cry?
like if I'm like super upset and like for example, if someone else would cry over something I wouldn't cry over, I rationalize about it and I think to myself like it's just not worth the time of me being upset. I'll just fucking move on.
Just push it down.
yeah, just fight it,
Deep down.
suppress it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not suppressing it. I'm just moving on. I'm forgetting about it.
Well, I think that's suppressing.
Well, sometimes maybe, but I don't know.
Joe?
I don't really cry.
Why?
I don't know. I'm a pretty happy guy.
Are you?
Oh, that's the other thing. Like I'm relatively happy, right? Or not
Yeah.
relatively. I'm super happy. So like,
Even if something pisses Ilya off, he'll just like accept it and then move forward. He doesn't really dwell on negative things. That's what I've noticed about you.
Do you look down on crying though?
No, not at all. Embrace it.
So if I
It's an
was
emotion.
crying, you wouldn't be like, oh my god.
I mean, if you're crying every day, I'd be like, get over it on the 5th day. But
Oh.
it
So
depends.
you have a 4-day grace period for crying?
It depends on the situation, but sure.
Okay. Who do you think is, out of the 4 of us, the best looking person?
I think Matt.
Really?
100%, bro. What are you talking about?
Joe is gonna cry right now.
No.
Do you not agree?
This is you. You guys are the guests here.
Well, you tell me. You gotta answer.
Joe, let's hear Joe's answer.
Yeah, probably Matt. He's the most built.
Best looking?
I knew that you get mad.
No, I'm clarifying it because I think best looking
It's a specific thing.
that
You
works.
Take a
Am I
picture
the
of
most
someone.
attractive? Not really.
Interesting. How would you?
Ilya is.
Ilya's the most attractive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have heard that girls think that you're very attractive.
He has a very like piercing, seductive, like kind of like look though when you're like talking to him.
That's
like
why I always
I
lean
feel like
in.
you can really like lock in with somebody. You have very kind eyes.
Thank you.
Joe, on the other hand,
Thanks.
have you guys been hearing this latest like buzz that the government is about to release some like pretty like crazy information around in like June regarding aliens and UFOs?
I
and-
have, yeah. I've seen a lot of that on TikTok. I mean, I don't know how much I fucking believe TikTok, right?
Well, the government the Defense Department just confirmed that one of the viral videos of a UFO that was flying around, they
The green
confirmed
light?
that it was, like a unidentified foreign object. They don't know what it was, where it was from.
They're starting to call them UAPs.
Why? What does UAP
I don't know.
stand
It's just
for?
to give a different perception to the public, I feel like. So, because you think UFO, you think an alien, but a UAP is like
What does it stand for?
I'm looking it up.
An
right now.
aerial projection?
something like that.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
What's the point? Flying object, aerial phenomenon.
Adam
Yeah.
was explaining this to me yesterday that the government is basically all but confirmed that there are aliens and UFOs, and they're trying to get humanity ready for it. And right now, UFOs have a very negative connotation, and like they're considered this like scary thing, and people are fearful of it. But when they make this announcement that it's real, they don't want people to panic, so they're trying to use new language to be like, oh, UFO, that's like from the 70s or 60s, and that's like a different term, and they're using a new term. Similar to how like we used to call it shell shock when people would come back from war and have that like thing where they were like
Oh,
That's PTSD.
now it's post-traumatic stress disorder. So they like changed the name of the same thing to make it easier for the public to
because we're trying to respect the sensitivity of.
George Carlin has a
Aliens?
whole bit about it. He basically says like the more syllables you add to something, the less like impact it has, and the less scary it is. So you go from like shell shock, which is like 2 syllables, to post-traumatic stress disorder. It makes it a lot easier to consume for the public. But basically, they're saying in June that there's going to be this big report that like they're going to basically say aliens are real. We've been working with them. They're going to give us their information. They're going to help us like solve climate change.
They're not saying that much.
That's like where the conspiracies are going into, is that like the governments are waiting until they have enough trust from the public that they're not going to freak out when they start to say like they've been helping us and they're going to try and help us solve climate change, but we need to like basically help end the humanity struggles first, because if they give us their technology before, then we might just use it to do endless wars against each other. So they're kind of like waiting till we figure our shit out before they give us their technology.
100%, I believe it.
That's like super conspiracy version of it, but apparently like this is on record in June. The government's going to be putting out. Yeah, why do we have this cane sugar on there?
You put your shake
He does
on my
that. He
really
just
nice
leaves his shit
coffee
everywhere.
table book collection that I have.
so messy.
See, this is why the aliens can't come,
I'm
because
sorry,
aliens
you
doing
fucking
stuff like this.
you offered me tea. I fucking got tea, bro, without sugar.
I wasn't actually offering you tea. It was like a polite thing. 'Cause
Right,
you
I
already had 2
understand that.
beverages here. Anyway, so do you guys think aliens are real?
I do
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, but that would be a crazy 2 years back to back. Fucking 2020, and then by the way, aliens are real. 2021.
It's going to
sure.
be like a switch. Like if it happens, like there's going to be just the world before people knew about aliens and then the world after. Do you ever get scared of Joe that he's going to like do something like prank wise to you?
No.
I'm always scared Joe's doing something.
It's not even that clever of a prank, though.
No, but like
Joe will like hide your hand soap in your underwear drawer, and you're like, oh, silly.
Matt's the one that compared me to one of those cats that just knock your shit over and just stares at you.
Yes, that's Joe. That is
Yeah,
exactly
Yeah,
Joe.
but the thing is, even if Joe does have a clever prank, somehow, some way, he'll like tell you what the prank is before pulling the prank on you.
Because I'll feel bad. I don't want you to get too scared.
right. Like, okay, in a second, someone's gonna jump out of the closet.
before you go into your room, just know I replaced all your furniture with porcupines.
Don't sit on it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Do you like our studio?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
sick.
it's very very homey. I feel like I would take naps in here all the time if that window was closed.
I like
Or
to read.
shades.
Enough of
Do you
that.
know how to read?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't ask questions like that. Like, can you though?
That was good.
Whoa, you just too slow?
What?
Did you just go too slow to nap?
Yeah.
Whoa.
If there has ever been a year to make your moms in your life feel loved, it is this year right now. Because this year has been tough on a lot of people. We haven't been able to see them as often as we wanted to. And that's why I'm honoring my mom this year with a sentimental gift that the whole family can cherish together forever. And that's with Storyworth. Storyworth is an online service that helps your mother, grandmother, mother-in-law, and every other mother figure in your life share stories through thought-provoking questions about their memories and personal thoughts. It's a fun new way to engage with them, especially when you can't see them in person.
So the way it works is that each week Storyworth will email your mom a prompt or a question that you would never think to ask. Something like, what is the best advice your mother ever gave you? So basically thinking like, wow, what is your grandma's best advice to your mom?
Right.
Really interesting stuff. Or if you could choose any talent to have, what would it be? It's basically a fun way to get to know your mom in a way that maybe doesn't always come up at the dinner table.
It's been awesome because you've been doing it with your mom and
Yep.
you love getting back all the responses that she's been sharing.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear your parents talk about what it was like when they were your age. And Storyworth really does a great job of making your parents seem a lot more human and relatable because they were people just like us. They were kids just like us, and they were going through life at a different time. And you get to learn a lot of interesting thing about the most important person in your life.
So there is no shortage of surprises when you gather around and read all the weekly stories. And it's so fun because it makes your family feel so close.
It's even closer than this.
Okay, that's enough, Mike. And after a year, Storyworth will combine all of these stories along with photos into a beautiful keepsake book that is shipped to you for free. So give your mom or any other mother figure in your life the most meaningful gift this Mother's Day with Storyworth.
Get started right away with no shipping costs by going to storyworth.com/hoot.
And you will get $10 off your first purchase. Once again, that's storyworth.com/hoot for $10 off your first purchase.
And now, back to the episode. Do you guys say God bless you after someone sneezes? What do we think about that?
No, I don't.
No?
I don't. Patricia says bless you all the time, and I'm like, thank you, but you didn't have to.
Your heart
You didn't
stopped.
have to bless me. I know, but it's just, it happens. If you sneeze, you sneeze.
I feel like it interrupts the flow of conversation, interrupts life. It
The
seems,
bless you part
It,
of
it
the
seems
sneeze.
so
Yeah,
unnecessary.
Yeah, but it's like saying thank you or you're welcome.
but why?
So it's like
What do you mean, why?
manners.
If
Yeah,
you
it's just
cough, you go.
Okay, but coughing is way different than sneezing.
It's an involuntary reaction to
Yeah,
something.
but yeah, I understand. But there's no reaction to a cough, but there's obviously a reaction to a sneeze. Like in reaction, I mean like there's a saying to it, right?
right? Why?
Because I don't know, because fucking humans made it like that. Why do people say thank you? Why do people say you're welcome? Manners.
Yeah, but why do you have to say God bless you or bless you after someone
Well,
sneezes?
first off, you don't have to do anything. But second off, it's just manners. Why do you have to say thank you? You don't have to say.
You're
thank you.
embarrassing, Joe.
I think if we're talking about manners, then if you sneeze, you should just say, excuse me. Like, I think it's just weird. Like, okay, it's manners for someone else in the equation to be bringing in
Yeah,
this
but it's
whole
not.
bless you.
It's not up to you if you sneeze, right? Like if you're sneezing, like you have to sneeze. You have to sneeze.
Why is it that when you look up at the light and you see the sun or anything, it forces you to sneeze?
Like when you walk out of a movie theater.
No,
I
just like
start.
if you
I
have-
start sneezing a lot of times when I walk out of a movie theater because I'm like my eyes.
so then
are...
sun sneezes. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, sun
I
sneezes.
always
Why?
look up to the sun. I don't know why.
I don't think it's actually because of the sun. I think just if you look up in general, that
At the
like,
light.
It's if
I
you
think.
look at light. Because
Yeah.
if I look at that light up there, then I'll start to sneeze.
That's like a sensory reaction.
I don't
thing.
think it's about light. I think it's just like in general, if you lift your head up,
No,
your nose makes your.
I've tried lifting my head up and
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
You
but
need
like
light.
the light.
It might be placebo, boys.
No, it's not. It's a real
Definitely
thing.
not placebo.
Yeah,
a
it's
real
not.
thing.
Yeah.
What was that?
You heard me.
Do you know? Do you know what a placebo is?
Yeah,
What is it?
it's a germ.
Anyways, moving forward. It's a term.
Wait, do you know what placebo is?
A placebo effect.
what is the placebo?
It's like when you have two pills and one pill has the shit and the other one doesn't.
Dude, my friend's so smart.
Fuck yeah. Idiot.
So, anyways, if I'm sneezing and you guys are not saying bless you to me, I'm calling you out.
Oh, so you're a person that would get offended.
I would definitely not get offended, but I'd be like, oh, that was weird. He didn't say bless you. You know what I mean? Like, if I knew that you heard me,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, that's weird. He didn't say bless you.
Like I just sneezed a minute ago, really quietly, and he goes, "Bless you." It's just like, you don't even say anything.
Well, first off, it's a habit, right? Second off, it's just, I think, manners. But whatever, floats your boat, you know? I'm not going to get mad at you.
I respect that.
I'm not going to get mad at you if you're not fucking saying bless you to me.
Thank you.
But I will call you out on it.
Okay, Joe, do you say "bless you" when someone sneezes?
If it's just me and the person, but otherwise I'm not going to make a stink about it.
Make a stink about it.
Do you want to make a scene in a restaurant?
No.
Have you ever made a scene in a restaurant?
Fuck no.
Really,
Dude, that's like my biggest fear of just making a scene in front of a lot of people that I don't know.
Dude, making scene's the best.
Ilya
What are you
loves it. I
talking
hate
about?
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait.
you make a scene?
Wait, to what
Not
degree?
like a casino, like in a derogatory way. Like I would never be like, "Fucking food sucks."
we
Like-
said this thing the other day that Ilya would be the guy who says, "Where's the chef? Bring him out here! Bring him out here now!" And everyone in the restaurant's scared, and he'd be like, "That was a great dish. I loved it."
Yeah,
He
like-
has no problem being that guy.
Yeah, like in that sense, yeah, for sure.
But you would be head in the table, just like.
Joe would leave the restaurant.
I would film it from outside.
Have you ever made a scene, Matt?
In a restaurant?
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever been with someone who was making a scene?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And
For
you're just like,
sure.
oh my god, can you?
Yeah, I've been to restaurants with like Zane and we've been drunk and stuff, and he's just like kind of pushes it and is like loud and aggressive, and I'm like, stop! I am leaving out of like secondhand embarrassment. I can't do it. Can't do it at all.
Do you guys have any fun gimmicks that you do on your podcast? That
We
can
pay
steal?
people money to snort hot Cheetos.
That's what it is. Yeah.
We also pay people money every week. You guys want to just fucking combine forces and call somebody and pay them money?
Wait, say that again.
So every week, Joe and I pay somebody, one of our fans, a random fan, an incremental amount, right? So last week, I think we did 475 or 450. Now we're up to 475. So every week we go up $25, and we just give it away to a random fan.
How do you
How
pick
do you
them?
enter? Yeah.
They have to DM us.
Follow us on Instagram and message us showing proof that you listened to the episode.
And then you scroll through there and you pick who the hottest person is.
Ilya handles it.
No. That's what everybody thinks, but that's actually not true. I pick guys, I pick girls. It doesn't matter.
They have to DM both of you, or it
No,
doesn't
no,
matter.
just the Lightweights podcast.
Our
the lightweight-
Instagram.
Oh, that's how you have those Instagram followers on there.
At Lightweights Pod.
We could put it on the screen. It's just
So
gonna say,
are we starting to
We
do
should be in
that,
the same
Mike?
thing.
no. I'm just curious as to how many.
Lightweights Pod.
Lightweights podcast.
Lightweights Podcast.
I'm just curious as to like what gimmicks they need to use.
Yeah,
Because
because it's a total gimmick.
yeah, they're
How's
not
it a
really
gimmick?
as good of a duo as we are. So I'm always interested to see like how the young people who are trying to make it in this business are.
I know it's just
going
really
about
cool, like turning like a podcast into just like an MLM.
Toxic
you know?
masculinity.
Wait, hold on a second. So how many listeners do you guys have per
Oh,
episode?
they range from a few 100,000 to a few 100 million.
No, I'm serious.
A few hundred million.
I'm serious. How many?
I mean, the YouTube numbers are all public,
No,
and then
I don't know. How many?
I would say we have around
How
like
many
100
per-
to 200,000.
Fuck the YouTube.
Why?
Get to it.
Audio.
Get to it.
Give me the number, Mike.
I mean, each episode is
Give him a fucking number,
like 100,000 per episode, probably.
Okay.
Probably. Lose the probably.
Well, it depends. Some of them, like episodes with like people that are really interesting, like Josh Peck or some other really more popular, fun,
Like
interesting
Ilya and
people.
Joe.
No, you guys had the. I don't know why. Are you guys? Is it a competition?
You made it a competition.
I never made it a
You
competition.
guys literally just made it a competition
You
2 minutes
said,
ago.
You said the gimmicks. Oh, that's what they have to do. They suck.
Look at how
Joe,
look at how
Joe,
defensive they're
you're
getting.
making a scene. You're making a scene.
No, I'm kidding. 100,000 is actually really fucking good. We don't get 100,000.
You will just hang in there.
I think
tell 'em
Keep
that.
paying them more to listen to you, and
Audience members, people who watch this podcast, if you guys can comment what the best part of your week has been so far. Last week, we asked everyone to just sort of say where they're from, starting to build a little bit of a community. We know where everyone's from. I'd like to take this opportunity to take the next step and say, let's really get to know each other a little bit. Let us know what the best part of your week has been so far. And
So do you go through every comment?
yeah, I
listening to this podcast.
I read every single comment that people write on the podcast, and I show Matt my favorites because Matt sometimes doesn't like to read comments. They give him a little bit of anxiety because some people are mean on the internet, but
Really?
most people
No,
aren't.
usually people aren't mean to
No,
me.
no
at
one's ever
all.
mean to Matt, which is why it's strange that
I
he
just
has like.
I just have boundaries of like things that I know will provoke me and can send me down.
What are your fans called? Hooters?
It's pretty
It's
good.
pretty clever.
That is
really
pretty
good.
good. We haven't.
You can have that.
Thanks, Joe.
Call yourselves Hooters.
I think Hooters will probably sue us though, right?
Different type of Hooters. You want to play a game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Odds 1 through 100. You get me a dinosaur bone in the next month. 1, 2.
A real?
Fuck no.
Yeah, do
Why?
it. They're not that
Because, bro,
expensive.
I know. Okay, fine. I'll get you a dinosaur bone,
Alright.
but it's not as cool as a skull.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 53.
64.
That was pretty close. 63 and 64.
Dude, we did odds 1 in a million. We were off by 4.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy.
What was the number?
It's like 500,000, 500, something like that.
I said 500,006. He said 500,012.
All right, odds 1 in a million. We say the same number again.
Wait, the odds, the game was we were driving to Vegas and it was like, what are the odds that you get out and walk the rest of the way to Vegas?
No. What were the odds you drive with your eyes closed the rest of the way?
And we were off by like 4. It was fucking stupid.
And like I would have made him do it. Like I would have blindfolded him and I would have driven for him.
I was like, you wouldn't have pushed that. He's like, no, we'd be in the shoulder and then you'd be driving the entire way.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're crazy about that stuff. Like dead ass and odds. Like
Yeah,
you,
dude, you gotta be a fucking man of your word when you do that
I know,
shit, or
I
otherwise
know.
don't play the game.
Is that going to pick up his audio when he like talks like that?
I don't know. I actually.
Has that been a concern of yours when Ilya does this when he's talking on the podcast and like he'll like tell you a story like this? Does that bother you? Because every now and then when we're doing it on our podcast, it does frustrate me.
Ilya
We don't get the story. Like I've had to cut stuff out because you can't hear it. I don't know.
How old were you when you learned Santa Claus wasn't real?
Ooh, probably like 8.
Why? What?
You can't put that out there. What if someone watching this doesn't realize?
Do you think you have 8-year-olds watching Hoot and a Half right now?
You don't know who's listening.
We have PhD students. We have heads of governments. We have the president of Norway.
He's Jewish. He doesn't care. He's known it's been like a hoax since day one.
Am I breaking the news to you?
Yes. Santa was coming to visit my house one night, and my aunt was guarding the laundry room door, and I was confused why she was guarding it, and I broke past her, and I opened up the door, and who do I see but Uncle John getting dressed up in the fucking Santa outfit.
No way.
Whoa.
And that's how I discovered it was a lie.
Damn.
Are you Jewish?
No. What? Did you hear what I just said?
Did you ever believe in the Tooth Fairy?
No.
Did
Yes. Yeah, I did.
you? And?
Well, yeah, I would have money left under my pillow.
A tooth fairy, I believed for a long time. Because one time I was at a daycare and I found this little piece of plastic that looked like a tooth, and we did nap time. And I said, "Ooh, I'm gonna get money and make the tooth fairy like."
You tried to scam the Tooth Fairy?
And so then I had a friend who saw that I was doing that, and he ended up putting like a quarter under my pillow. And right then and there, I was like, "It's real," because I was away from my parents. I got the money, and it was a fake tooth. I thought I had a whole
So you also
business
convinced
going.
you were like a legitimate scam artist, that you can scam mythical features into giving you.
Pretty much.
Wow.
I really believed that one for a long time.
You're on death row and you're about to get your last meal. What do you order?
Right now, I'd probably get Whataburger because I don't have Whataburger that often.
Hot chicken.
Filet mignon.
Oh, fuck. I changed my answer. Filet mignon.
I never crave steak at all.
Really?
No.
If you were to go to jail, what are you going to jail for? I did a hit and run 2 years ago.
No, I don't really. What did you?
No, you just convict yourself. That's what's funny.
No. I don't really commit that many crimes. I don't think. I think that I'm slightly scared that like if my Tesla ever just decides to go rogue, that I'd be responsible for it. Like because it obviously has the ability to drive itself, but like what if it just decides to go insane and just drive into oncoming
happened
traffic?
Before.
Where like the Tesla just messes up.
Yeah, it's happened before.
And
I
that
feel
would be
like
your fault?
I don't know. I always worry like what happens if I just lose control of this car and it just goes like into oncoming traffic.
A Tesla hit a tree last night, and nobody was in the driver's seat. I think they were both in the back seat. The
Whoa.
autonomous wasn't working. They hit a tree.
I need each of you to say something nice about everyone else in this room. Matt needs to say something nice about Joe. Joe needs to say something nice about Ilya. Ilya needs to say something nice about me. And I need to say something nice about Matt.
Joe, you are one of the kindest people I know. And you have such a good sense of like wit and humor about you. And you're really easy just to play with. You're a really good friend.
I appreciate that.
Was that good?
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Can I
Cut
come
that
back
one,
to my...
Joe. What?
What? Are you fucking serious right now?
Can I finish?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you stalling right now?
No. You have so many qualities. It's hard to pick.
Okay.
All right, I'll take it.
No. Joe,
What?
Your relationship needs this.
Okay. You motivate me to work hard. You're great. What do you want me to do?
Did say something nice about Ilya. He's your best friend.
I'm gonna take that. That was fine. Yeah,
I've
I motivated.
aligned myself with you because I think you're a great guy.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh
What do you mean?
Articulate your feelings, Joseph.
Don't do it.
Do it. Joe, you have to.
This is not what Lightweights is about.
You're not on Lightweights. You're on Friendship Weekly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look, okay, if it'll
I
help,
can't
I'll
bel-
look that way, and then you can. Well, you. Okay, go.
I
Bro,
sound,
come on, you can't even do it without me. You want me to leave the room?
Look him in the eye.
Joe, this is not healthy.
What?
You need to be
No.
able to articulate positive emotions.
Maybe I'm going to take back my things about Joe. Now seeing how he really is.
You're a great friend, and
Why? I'm just kidding. I don't.
when you say you're gonna do something, you do it, and I think that's very respectful. And you're a man of your word, and you hold your head up high because you're a good person.
There we go.
Wow.
Great job.
Ooh, good one.
Thank you so much,
Joe needs to take a nap. That was so exhausting.
Mike. I think that you're very well spoken. I think you're an overall respectable person, and I've never heard anyone say anything bad about you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's very nice. Matt, I will say, is one of the most selfless people I've ever met. Matt's the type of guy who will always put someone else before himself. Even if it makes him uncomfortable or has to go out of his way. Matt, I've obviously recognized it firsthand, but even with other people, Matt always is concerned about other people before he's concerned about himself. And that's a very admirable trait. And I love you, Matt.
I love you, Mike. Thank you.
Do you guys have any tips for us on Hoot and a Half? to
Do more
improve?
activities together, dude. That's really what makes you grow
Yeah,
together.
You guys seem like you're very good friends, and I think that you should definitely do more activities and go out more and experience stuff and fail, but go ahead and try, but fail.
Start giving away money.
No, you don't have to do that. Leave that to us. We'll do it.
Yeah, that's on our podcast. Lightweights.
Lightweights.
So what would you like people to take away? Follow the podcast, follow you guys on Instagram, listen to the podcast.
Follow my YouTube channel at
No.
Pitch Joe.
No, go listen to the podcast. It's called Lightweights. It's on Apple. It's on Spotify, and our Instagram is Lightweights Pod.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for coming by.
Absolutely.
We'll
Thanks for
definitely
having
want
us.
to have you again sometime in the future.
Yeah, this was really fun. Thanks, boys.
We love
my
you.
God, oh my God.
Oh, and they're kissing. All right, guys. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.